Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charters here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. Overall, guys, the market is chopping right around the same levels as it's usually been. 410, 412, 413.5-ish, few cents shy of testing it today as resistant. Overall, didn't go anywhere, but they were definitely trading opportunities during the day. As you guys know, Uncle Charters, I short the breakdowns of support along the breakouts of resistance, and I play it level to level, okay? So here on my Discord, I alerted the group 412 failed. 410.5 to 410 zone now back in play, is now in play, meaning the 412 support failed. We want to look to short. And here, when I alerted it, broke down 412 right here early in the morning, and it dropped down to the 410 to 410.5 zone. That's these two pink lines that I have here, okay? Now, I've mentioned to the group, 410.5 loss, but SPY still lingering above the 410 level. A recapture of 412 would be safer for longs, but if SPY wants to bounce here and backtest 411.5 to 412 zone, 410.5 needs to clear on the 15-minute chart or higher. Okay? So we go on a 15-minute chart. We can see here on that 10-15 candle, 15-minute candle, it recaptured 410.5, and that's even a bullish engulfing candle. All right? Boom. False breakdown setup. It triggered a nice level-to-level move to 412. All right? And then we can see around 11 o'clock all the way to 12:30, the SPY was basing just under my resistance of 412. And then I wrote here in the Discord, SPY has been basing just under the 412 resistance for over an hour now. I wrote that at 12:38 p.m. This is usually a sign of price acceptance instead of price rejection. As long as above 411.5, this basing favors a breakout of 412. And look at that. We based below 412, we consolidated below 412, and the fact that it kept on testing it as a resistance despite getting some selling pressure shows us that it's consolidating below resistance. It's not a price rejection, it's more of price acceptance, and it's building strength for a breakout. And boom, right at 12:30, 15-minute candle, we got the clearing of 412, and it triggered a nice move up to 413.43. I had a 413.5 level. It came 7 cents shy of my target. Overall, despite it being a choppy day, there were opportunities to make money, to day trade, level to level style, the same style that I've been preaching for a while now. Uncle Charters has over almost 500 videos on YouTube talking about this level to level style almost every day that I make these videos, okay? So yes, I mentioned to you guys that we should long above 412, and that's in the video, but unfortunately, the price action context is always changing each day and throughout the day, so I'm able to update my Discord members, best in real time when these changes happen and what to do next. It's hard for me to tell my YouTube viewers what to do, but I really do try my best to give you guys the bull case scenario and the bear case scenario, but I also give you guys my support and resistance levels so that you guys add them to your own chart. So if the price action decides to do something different for what I'm saying, you guys can react to the price action and trade it on your own, okay? So please, when I give you guys support and resistance levels, if you really want my help, take down my levels and use them to guide your trades. We watch for breakdowns of support. That's when we short. Breakouts of resistance, that's when we long. If we want to simplify my trading style or trading tactics, okay? Now, we go to the 4-hour chart here. I had this blue trend line right here, right? It started from May 1st high, and we have multiple tests of it as resistant, okay? Breakout level is 413.5. All right, so very simple for the bull case scenario. We are basing or consolidating just under resistance. This trend line has been tested and recognized by the market many times. We just need the breakout or close above 413.5 to trigger longs. All right. So bullish above 413.5. I know I've been saying this for quite some time, but you guys got to understand, I'm just reporting the price action. All right. There's going to be people that tell you the market's going to crash. There's going to be people that tell you the market's going to go back to new all-time highs. But none of those people know what's going to happen. I don't care what their indicator says, because all those indicators lag when it comes to the price action. And that's what I do on my channel. I teach people how to read the price action themselves and how to trade it. All right. So above 413.5, that's when we want to look to long. Why? Because it's a breakout of this trend line. When we get a breakout, that's when we want to go long. All right. Above 413.5. Would put 415, 416.7 is. That's a previous high over here on April 18th. And of course, 417.6 is. That's a previous high back on May 1st. Okay, so above 413.5 is when we want to go long. All right. Now the best time to short is a breakdown of support, or if we get a false breakout. So if we get a false breakout 413.5, that's when we want to short. So if it closes above 413.5 on the 15 or 30-minute chart, but then on a later candle closes back below, that's a false breakout. That's when you want to look to short. I have 412 and, of course, that 410 to 410.5 zone. All right? We've had a bunch of false recaptures of this zone, of this level, and it's triggered some decent up moves, level to level day trading style. All right? How much longer will market makers use this level or zone as support? All right, so we'll see, because it's been tested a lot, and each time it tests, the buy orders or the sell orders, they get lessened. So we'll see what market makers want to do. But what I will say is below 410 and below 408 is when I would be bearish leaning. All right, because 410 of how critical it has been, and 408 is the breakdown of this blue trend line. Okay, we short breakdowns of critical supports. All right, not all support levels are created the same. Some are more important than others, but I will say the 410 and the 408 level is very important based on Uncle Charters' chart. Okay, so keep it quite simple. 413.5, we'll look to long. Play it level to level style. Leave runners if you believe in more upside. All right. Below 412 and 410, you can look to short. Play it level to level down to the 408-ish level. But below 408, if you're a bear and you want some new lows and you want some trend move, you want to see SPY break down 408. Okay. Without a false breakdowns, because market makers love messing with us retail traders. Okay. Unless we get a false breakdown, all right, I would stay short if SPY breaks below 408. Okay, guys, let the price action guide you. Use the levels that Uncle give you. Add them to your chart. Please, if you're trading, make sure you're looking at chart. Otherwise, you'll be trading blind, and a lot of the things that I'm saying right now probably won't make sense to you. Okay, got to use the levels. You can use Uncle's levels. You come up with your own levels. Up to you, but I do my best to give you the best levels I can give you. So I don't know, you can trust me or you don't. That's up to you. I'm not here to convince you. I just let my work speak for itself. In my Discord, I give my best analysis there. I try to give you guys my best analysis here, but unfortunately the market's always changing overnight. Okay, so yeah, for as of now, above 413.5 bullish. Below 408, I would be bear bias. Anything between that range is, we're still chopping, guys, unfortunately. All right, level to level, or you can scalp it, whatever you're comfortable with. But I wouldn't get bullish or swing calls unless we're above 413.5. And I will only swing puts if we can break down this trend line below 408. All right, Triple Q, we managed to close above that 326.4 level. But remember, one close above is not enough. We need to see follow through. The last time we had a close above 326.4 was last Friday, and that did not work out well for the bulls. So once again, we got to close above it. If SPY drops back below it tomorrow, look to short. There's support at 325, 324, 322.5, and 321. Definitely look to short if it fails for the false breakout setup. If you missed that setup, just wait for the next setup, wait for the next breakdown of support, okay? Or wait for the next clearing of resistance. You got to stay unbiased, all right? But as long as above 326.4, next resistance that I have is at 327.3 and then 329 above, okay? So still stay long or stay bullish above 326.4 with 327.3 and 329 above with 331.5 above that. Below 326.4 and especially below 325, get bearish on the triple Q. All right, there's another indicator that can help you get bullish or bearish on triple Q, which is looking at Apple. But I'm gonna cover IWM first, and then we'll get to Apple. IWM still chopping within the blue range. Okay, you guys can see here we had selling pressure multiple times on the resistance of the blue lines, and we got a bunch of support buying pressure from the bottom blue line. Overall, still chopping. Chop range is 175.5 to 172. All right, 172 to 175.5 is the chop range. I will only get bullish swing calls above 175.5. I would swing puts below 172. Anything within that range is chop. I would look to scalp. All right, the equilibrium level between this range is 174. All right, so add 174 in your chart. It might help you out trading this chop range, okay? But overall, the chop range, the break of it, will give us a good indication of where the next direction is for IWM. Tesla finally broke down that chop range, guys. Look at this. Last Friday, had a false breakout setup, right? Intraday, we broke it down, started off the morning really good and hit that 165 level. Then we had a false breakdown of 165, recaptured 166.6 and gave us a pop to 168.4-ish. Okay, so some decent level-to-level move, but ended the day below 166.6. Okay, now look at here. Back on May 5th, Tesla cleared that 165 level, and it triggered a pretty nice move to the upside. Almost a $10 move, guys. Almost a $10 move. Today, we finally back tested 165 as a support, and the market makers gave us a false breakdown setup of that level. Okay, so if that false breakdown wants to hold, tomorrow Tesla needs to recapture 166.6, 168.5, and 170. Any of these levels clear, look to long. All right, above 170, I'll favor 172.5 and 174. Again, above 174, I'll favor a test of 177-ish. All right, so only bullish above 166.6. All right, with 165, test it, and it's a critical support. If it fails, get bearish on the Tesla. Below 165 is bearish, with 163, 160.5, and 159 in play. Now here is Apple. It's been consolidating since last Friday. Very choppy week, and it gave us some more chop today with this inside daily candle. Look to short below 170.5. Look to long above 174 once again. However, that's a very simple setup, okay? But however, look at this big gap up from last Thursday. If Apple gaps down tomorrow, this could potentially be an island reversal. This would be the island, and we could be reversing to the downside. So if we gap down tomorrow, and then Apple clears some more support, it doesn't even try to fill the gap. It just starts breaking down support. That's very bearish. Look to short on the Apple, and that should affect the triple Q in a bearish way. All right. However, as long as above 171, 170.5 zone, stay bullish. Look to long above 174. All right, does that make sense? All right, DXY, it's cool. It's pausing a little bit after 2 green days in a row, Thursday and Friday. DXY is pausing. Remember, support's at 101.9. Look to get bearish when support fails. All right, it could back test support and treat it, because it was a breakout level, trying to give us that roll reversal. And if it holds, that's bullish. And it'll keep resisting at 103.1 and 103.4. But below 101.9, that will be bearish. And 100.9-ish is back in play. VIX, still chopping between 16 and 18.5. I got nothing to say about VIX until it breaks this range. Now here's the dark pool order. 800 million in premium around 411.65. All right. Keep that level in mind. Add them in your charts as a dark pool order. Here is SPY, filtered for 500K premiums above. People keep asking me, can we get close expiration dates? All right, now you got it. 1 month out, premium 500K premiums or above. 50-50, all right? Now if I take off the 500K premium and just look at the small ones as well, 49% to 51%, all right? It's a mixed bag. We're chopping. Options is, Now, if we look at the 500K premiums or above for all expiration dates, we're looking at what big money's doing for all expiration dates for today, and we're getting some bullish stuff. 81% into calls compared to 19% into puts. We don't usually see calls more than puts. If you've been following Uncle long enough, you know that we see usually puts are more than calls. Today we seeing calls more than puts for that 422 strike price, over 15,000 in size for both of those. All right, interesting. Finally, it's first time seeing this in quite some time. QQQ, can't say the same for QQQ. 59% in the puts. Expiration date 1 month out. 67% in the calls. I like to look at all the expiration date because it gives me a better idea of what the big money is thinking. Big money usually they don't really trade in the short term. They trade like longer term or medium term. But as you can see, showing you guys the 1 month out is not really giving us much of anything. Now here's 79% in the puts. Expiration date 1 month out. All in the puts. As far as all the premium goes, even the small money ones. 76% in the puts, 24% in the calls, okay? Here is Apple. That's filtered for 1 month out for all premium. 72% in the calls. If we put it to 500K, nothing. Look at all expiration date, and it's puts. 2,000 contracts for puts. That's nothing much to really pay attention to. All right, so this filter for 500K premiums or above. Looking at all expiration date, 57% in the puts. Put for 1 month out, only for the big money. It's overall bullish. And if we look at all premiums, it's still overall bullish for the Tesla. All right, here's the VIX. This filtered for 1 month out. All premiums, it's 67% in the puts. Looking at the 500K premium, nothing. Looking at all expiration date, 100% into calls. All right, guys. So there you have it. I hope you guys found value in the video. If you guys want more content from Uncle Charters, please consider joining my Discord. Other than that, use the levels to guide you that I gave you. Play it level to level. Lock in those gains. No greed. And good luck. Peace.